right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the nail party. All right. Well, this is going to be so much fun today. And I just want to thank everyone who's here today and everyone that was in my live a couple of weeks ago. Thank you so much. And today we are going to have a lot of fun. For those of you who don't know about my Liquid Zero, let me tell you a little bit about it. Ever since I started over 40 years ago, my dream has been to have a traditional acrylic with no acrylic odor. And I never gave up on that dream, even though it was said it's impossible, there's no way, it can never happen. I just kept at it all these years. Hundreds of formulations, thousands of practice nails, and finally, my dream and my goal has come true with Liquid Zero. It is an amazing, amazing acrylic. It gives you the performance of regular traditional acrylic without the acrylic odor. So I know those of you that have already gotten it, you're loving it. And for all of you who haven't, I'll be showing you today so you can get a feel for it because it really is amazing. And do we have any questions yet before I start getting this going? We do have a practice sheet that you can actually order this practice sheet. It's no charge to you. Just call in and talk to your educator and tell them you want a practice sheet. These practice sheets are amazing. Let me tell you how I created the very first practice sheet. When I first started, my first set of nails took 8 hours. And I had no one who wanted me to do their nails. And I was like, you know what? I have to figure out a way to practice. And so what I did is I drew nails on a piece of paper. I put it inside a freezer storage bag, and I practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced. And I have practiced thousands of nails on my practice sheet over the years, and I still practice on my practice sheet. Because what it does, it builds your speed. So it increases your speed and it gives you perfect product consistency. And so your practice sheets are free. Just call in. It's the 1-800-93-TAMMY number, and you can ask for the educator. You have your own personal educator for your area. So all you need to do is just say, this is where I live, this is where my salon is, and then you'll be connected to your educator. All right. Any questions?
Everyone's just coming and saying hi.
Okay. Just coming and saying hi. Hi.
Sonny's here. He says hi.
Hi. Yeah, this is
Tanya.
going to be so much fun today. I'm going to be doing 2 demonstrations. If we have time, I might be doing more, but we're definitely doing 2. And I'm going to show you some fun summer colors also. And so let's go ahead and let's get started. Yeah, let me go ahead and move this over. I'll start getting my all of my stuff set out here. I need my liquid. Okay, so I am going to be doing glitter today. So, I know, do you know what's better than glitter? More glitter! So we will be doing glitter today. But let me tell you about glitter. It has a tendency to want to go everywhere. So once you have used a dish for glitter, you have to use that dish for glitter every single time. I even go so far as to have a glitter brush and a regular brush, a glitter top coat and a regular top coat. Because what happens is you get a little bit of glitter and you're trying to do like a perfectly clean pink and white, and then one little tiny piece of glitter shows up right in the middle of your white. And you're like, no! So you always have to make sure that you have a dish just for when you're doing a glitter nails, okay? So I will have a separate dish, and this says Prisma on it. So I usually have one that's for all my color acrylic, and then one that I mark that's for glitter only. And then I have my regular nail liquid is for everything without color and without glitter. So this would be for my pink and whites, my full color nails, my light colors. Good, I've got a little bit of liquid in there right now. Let me pour a little bit more liquid in there. Make sure I have enough. There we go. And also, if any of you got the flip top lid, it is a little bit messy, so I suggest unscrewing it and just squirting it out of this lid right here. And just squirt it out and then put this back on. I did switch over to a flat lid for now because then it's easy to just unscrew it and pour it into your dish. It's less messy. Put this over here. So we have our liquid, I've got my Dappa dish and my powders. Let's see, where did I put my powders? Jack, I set my powders. Okay, and you know what? Actually, I have my other 3 powders should be sitting right behind here. It would be the Dramatic White. Sorry guys, it's getting all my stuff all ready and I set my powders out. Maybe go that, yeah, there we go. And we have Creamy Cool Pink, and actually I got it right here. And we have Dramatic White, and oh, there they are, perfect. And we have Dramatic White, and we have Natural, White Twinkling Stars, and Clear. All right, so those are the colors I will be using today. And let's see, so let me get my model's hand over here. I'm gonna scoot you just, there you go, perfect. Okay, we're going down to the hand now. All right. So when we start, we always sanitize. Sanitize your hands and then your client's hands. This helps, not only does the client love it because it feels so sanitary and it keeps everything clean, but this is a great way to keep you from getting sick also, because you want to make sure that you don't get any germs, because being in this business, if we don't work, we don't make money. So we have to make sure we're always healthy and we don't get sick. So sanitize, and then I'm going to remove the polish. And I am using the Island Nectar. I wish we had smell-o-vision because it smells amazing. This is the Island Nectar polish remover, and I also had the Island Nectar Sanitize. And this smells like tropical fruits. It has the mango, pineapple, what was?
Coconut.
Coconut, yes. Mango, pineapple, coconut. Actually, I'm going to go through all the nails here. I'm just going to be using a couple, but if I do use a couple more of the nails, they're all clean. Even if the client doesn't have on polish, I still clean off the nails with polish remover. That way it just gives me a nice clean surface. So sanitize, remove polish, etch the nail. Now when I etch the nail, let me tell you why I do it the way that I do it. This is actually a etcher stick. It's a disposable little etcher strip here. You peel it off. That way you have a nice, clean etcher strip for every single client. And the reason why I etch the nail the way that I do is etching eliminates 75% of lifting. And I never like to go across the nail, and I don't like to use a drill on the natural nail. I like to just go with the way the nail grows with my 100 grit. Push back the cuticle, and you can see this fits right around the cuticle area. So push back the cuticle. That's all the dead skin that's grown up onto the nail. Make sure you put little scratches in the whole surface of the nail. Make sure there's no shiny spots. And I'm not using any pressure. I'm using a very light pressure. I don't want to damage the natural nail. And going from cuticle to free edge, you're not going to damage the natural nail. If I was going this way, it's very easy to get going in a very fast motion, and that can rip up the natural nail. And we don't want that. We want the client's nails to stay healthy for 20 years plus. Okay. I'm going to get these 2 nails prepped that I'm going to be working on. And it's a very light pressure. Again, just push back the cuticle, which is the dead skin, on the natural nail. Make sure there's no shiny spots. If there's any shiny spots, that could cause the product not to adhere to that spot. There we go. Now I'm going to use my pterygium stone. In the states that you can use the pterygium stone, this is fabulous. If you can't use a pterygium stone, you can use a cuticle pusher. So this makes sure that there is absolutely no excess skin that has grown up on top of that natural nail. Because any skin on the nail, your product can't adhere. And so then you will have lifting. There we go. All right. Then use your plastic manicure brush. Go from cuticle to free edge. Clean off all that dust. A little bit right there. There we go. And if I have any little loose skin like that, I wait until I'm done and then I will nip that off. But I don't do it before I start putting on chemicals, because if you're nipping off the skin and you get it a little bit close and it's tender, then it can open up the skin and chemicals can get in there. And you don't want that. That could cause irritation, contact dermatitis, so you want to be very careful with that. Sanitize, remove, polish, etch, dust, prime. Okay. I like to use a primer holder with a little towelette right here, so I can dab my brush, and I'm using Bondit. This is a non-acid primer that preps the nail, cleans the nail, and adheres the product to the nail. So it does everything. And apply your Bondit. So nothing else is needed. It has everything you need in there. And if you like to use acid primer, absolutely use your acid primer. That is no problem. Both primers work great with the Liquid Zero. And Liquid Zero has such a great adhesion. I was over here doing a bunch of nails on Friday, so my forms are a little bit, I have a whole lot on there. Okay, I'm just gonna put on one form at a time because I'm gonna be doing 2 different types of nails. So we'll do this one first. So you split your form, and you can do your form either way. You can either stick together the little wings here. Let me show you. See that? Or you could just roll it and put it on. But I'm going to stick together the wings and then just place the form underneath the free edge. Stick down the form onto the finger. And make sure you get a nice C curve in there. I get a little bit more of a curve in my form. Okay, so this is the nail. Actually, the nail I'm going to do first, I'm going to do the glitter nail first, which is pretty brave because that means that I take a chance that I could get glitter in everything. But I'm going to be super clean. And I'm going to use separate brushes, separate dishes. So I don't make a mess here. All right, and then let me get my Prisma dish. I'm going to there we go. I'll put my second coat of primer on in just a moment. So now the nail that I'm going to be doing, let me move this out of my way. The nail that I'm going to be doing is a nail that I thought would be super fun for 4th of July. I love glitter, but I don't wear a lot of glitter. I love the look of it, but I'm doing what I call a soft glitter fade. And I thought this would be beautiful for 4th of July because I wanted something that had a white look to it, but had some pizzazz to it. And what's nice about this is you can decorate on top of it or you can leave it just as it is because it will look beautiful. So I'm going to do the white twinkling stars as my free edge, and then I'm going to use the natural for the fade and the rest of the nail. And what that does is it just kind of blends it to where the glitter isn't like so bright, but you can still see it. And when you flip it over, it's really glittery. So it's kind of like a subdued glitter fade. Now I'm going to apply my second coat of Bond It. Okay, dip your brush in. Are they able to see this? Yeah, I want you to be able to see how I do this. Okay. Dip your brush in, wipe away from you, drag towards you in your powder, place, lift, let it flow, and then you're gonna pat it out. I'm gonna slightly overlap that free edge and go down the nail bed just a little bit to kind of start our fade. Then I'm going to stroke it out and shape it into my almond. So much fun, you guys. I love doing nails. Okay, then we have our almond. Wipe off your brush. Now I'm going to use the natural. Dip your brush in, wipe it away from you, drag towards you. We're going to place the natural about halfway down. Got some lint in there. And stroke it out. Wipe off your brush. Dip your brush in, wipe it away, drag towards you, place, lift, let it flow. There we go. And then stroke it out, side, side, center. Then look at your nail and make sure you have a nice arch. I'm going to apply my fourth ball now. My first ball was my glitter free edge. My second ball halfway down my nail bed. My third ball was my cuticle area. Now I'm going to apply the arch on the nail. Dip it in, wipe it away, drag towards you, place, let it flow, and stroke it out, side, side, center. And you can see already how pretty that is. It's going to give you just like a really soft, I call it the white twinkling star natural fade. Wipe off your brush, cover up your liquid, cover up your powders, and come in here. Squeeze your C curve. There we go. Right where the free edge and the nail bed meet. Take off your form. Almost dry, but you can see how fun and how easy was that. And this is going to be the most fun 4th of July nail because you can do a set and leave some clear like this, and then others you can put a little bit of red, white, and blue on, so it's a perfect base. Or for your more conservative clients, you could just do this on all 10. Let me move this out, and I'm going to file. So I will be using my long-lasting 180 zebra, and I like to score the edges so that way when I'm filing, it's very gentle around the edge and doesn't grab onto the skin. So I'm going to do 5 steps in filing. Step number 1, straight out from the nail groove on the left. Step number 2, straight out from the nail groove on the right. Now, when you're shaping an almond or an oval, you're going to lay your file almost flat. Hold your nail when you're filing, and then come in from the underneath. And what that does, it gives you the perfect shape every single time. See that? How many times have you went in there and you'd start filing this way, filing this way, filing this way, go back, look at it, file this way, and then your almonds all look different. Well, with the file at the same shape, at the same angle on every nail as you're doing all 10, you will get the same exact shape every time. So now I'm going, that's step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 is the top of the nail and around the cuticle area. So down on the side, across the top, down on the other side. Down on the side, across the top, down on the other side. Down on the side, across the top, down on the other side. We call this our horseshoe pattern because it's down, over the top, down on the other side. I don't file like this because it'll flatten my nail, and I want to keep that beautiful arch in my nail. And then there should be a little road. We have our acrylic, natural nail, proximal nail fold. So we place the file edge in that little road and go around that proximal nail fold and get it nice and flush. And then look at it and make sure it's just how you like it. And Liquid Zero, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. Liquid Zero files really fast and really, really easy. So you could have a tendency to over-file it because you're used to filing regular acrylic. And it actually files a little bit more like your gel, which is a softer file. And so it's super easy, super fast to file. Now step number 5 is the client's angle. Bevel down towards the tip. This is the angle, this is called the money angle. This is what the client looks at for the next 2 weeks, and you want this angle to be beautiful from their angle, not only your angle. Because sometimes when you're just looking at it like this, it looks great. But then you turn it around and you can see what the client is looking at. There we go. Perfect. All right. Double check. Make sure your edges and everything are all good. Perfect. Now I'm going to buff the nail with my clean finish buffing file. Down on the side, across the top, down on the other side, down on the side, across the top, down on the other side, and out towards the tip. On the underneath, just make sure it's all nice and smooth. Beautiful. All right, now at this point, I would have my client go wash her hands with soft suds and a plastic manicure brush, except that we are on a little time crunch here, so I'm just going to use Sanitize. I'm just going to clean off her nail with Sanitize. Flip it over. Throw it this way. And you can start seeing how that glitter is coming through, but it's not like super glittery. It still has like that little fun effect to it. But when they flip it over, you can see you have super glitter from the underneath. So it has a double effect. Just a really pretty, pretty, pretty nail. And now I'm going to apply glass slipper. This is my no wipe super high gloss top gel. And my Mighty Mini. Get the dust off my own hands. At this point, usually my client would go wash and then I would clean off my own hands. Okay, when you're applying your top gel, wipe away from you, drag towards you, place 1/32 of an inch away from the cuticle, and then, or the proximal nail fold, push towards the proximal nail fold, and then nice long strokes. A little bit more there. I might not have let that dry really good. Let me see. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, you can see how pretty that is so far. Now we're going to cure that in the Mighty Mini for 60 seconds. All right, do we have any questions?
I have a couple questions.
Okay.
Sunny on Instagram asked, will Liquid Zero be available in 64 ounce?
Oh, absolutely. Should we do a face up? What I'll do, let me show the nail real quick, and then I'll do a face up and we can answer questions. I got a little bit ahead of myself.
You ask him to send in some more
I got
questions.
so excited, huh?
You can ask him to send in any questions.
Oh yes, please send in your questions. I am going to be answering questions. Now, did everybody see how fun and how easy that was? I mean, that is just such a fun, easy way of doing nails. Okay, almost 60 seconds. And this is the Island Nectar Cuticle Oil. So the whole set smells, so your whole station will smell like Island Nectar. And let me put my glasses back on. A little bit of cuticle oil and rub that in. You can see how pretty that nail is. And I always finish with cuticle oil. And whenever I'm doing a full set, I will do a little mini massage with the cuticle oil, just so the client feels that little extra special. Now I'm going to clean this off with a little bit of alcohol so you can see the shine. Because when you have oil on there, sometimes it can dull out your shine a little bit. And there you go. How fast and how easy was that? The perfect 4th of July nail. All right, now I'm going to answer a few questions before we do the next nail. All right, so we had a question on, first of all, did you guys love seeing that? How fun was that? How easy was that? How you were able to just build that arch? How fast? I mean, you could easily do a full set in way under an hour, and even long nails like that. So super fun, super easy. And then Sunny, your question about buying in the 64 ounce. Yes, we will be available in the larger sizes soon. And the reason why I don't have the larger sizes right now is I wanted to make sure that I had plenty for everyone to get at least their first bottle of Liquid Zero, and because we are ramping up production. I'm telling you guys, Liquid Zero has gone crazy, and I had a feeling it was going to, and I didn't want to run out, and so we are doing mass production, which is so dang exciting. But because of that, we're only doing small sizes for a minute, and then, yes, all the large sizes will be available. It has the same shelf life as regular acrylic. So there isn't an expiration. It's like a 2 year after you, a year. Well, I put on there a year after you open it, but it goes an easy 2 years after you open it.
Okay, Gina on Facebook asked, can you use any of your Tammy Taylor acrylic powders, or is there a certain line?
Oh, okay, great question. And that was?
Gina on Facebook.
Gina was asking, can you use any powders, or do you have to use Tammy Taylor powders? The Liquid Zero was made for all the Tammy Taylor powders, and I have over 200 powders, so you have a lot to choose from. Now, if you have another brand of powder, I'm doing a super fun exchange. Today, or this week actually, when you buy your Liquid Zero, you're going to get a free jar of Tammy Taylor powder from a 21 to a 20, I think from 21
to 26.
27 to $21 to $27 value with your Liquid Zero, but we're going to do the honor system. All I need you to do is send me 2 powders that you have in your cabinet of another brand, and then you get your free Liquid Zero, your free powder with your Liquid Zero. I know it sounds a little confusing, but you don't have to wait. We're not going to wait till you send it in. We're sending it today with your Liquid Zero because we know that you'll send it in later. So we're good. So we have the powder exchange going on.
Okay, with the link on Facebook asked, with the new formula, the new Liquid Zero formula, will it take the same time to dry as your traditional acrylic?
Elaine?
Link, yeah.
Yes, it dries like traditional acrylic. Well, you saw, that's what's so fun about seeing the demonstration. Did you see how fast that it was dry? So yes, it doesn't run. It works like traditional. It dries fast. We have actually had nail technicians calling and texting us saying that they're cutting 30 minutes off their full sets and 15 minutes off their fills because it is that fast and it's so easy to file. So.
And then I missed the name, but someone asked, what room temperature do you suggest doing Liquid Zero in?
What room temperature you should use for Liquid Zero? The same as your regular acrylic. So I like 72 degrees. I think that that's a great temperature for the client, for me, and for the room, for the product. And so around 72 degrees is always the best in your salon.
Okay, Nails by Reese asked, is there an inhibition layer with Liquid Zero?
Reese, no, there isn't. Did you see how when I did the nail, how I went right into filing? So we do not have the inhibition layer.
JJ, oh, you just answered this. She said, can Liquid Zero be used with other acrylic powders?
Yeah, I answered that.
Okay, then we have Coco asked, when will Liquid Zero be available in nail supply stores?
Okay, Coco. Hi, Coco. Not yet. Again, because we're going into production and it's getting crazy, we're doing everything out of our office right now. And all you have to do is just call in and I think you already have a rep here. Just call in, ask for your educator, and just tell us what area you're in for those of you who don't have your own private educator yet. Which we have here. You will have a person that you actually can deal with for years, the same person. And so I know like Mike has been with me over 30 years and his clients have, they've had the same educator for all that time. And so just call in here and you can place your orders. And we ship out super fast. We ship out usually the same day. So.
Okay.
We'll start. I'm going to start moving
Okay.
back in here for... Oh, okay, go ahead. 1 sec. I need to give away a prize. Oh my gosh. And I did the typical spill the whole cup of tea on the floor, which I just did when I got my kit. It's just not a Tammy Taylor nail party unless something gets dumped on the floor. So I'm going to be giving away our large kit, which actually comes with a 3-hour Zoom class also. And we do have a 3-hour Zoom class going on today, but it is booked solid. I think our next 4 classes are booked solid, but you will get into a class really quick. So this giveaway is for... Dun, dun, dun.
You want to do a question?
Yeah, let me do a question.
Okay. What salon environments does everyone work in? Spas.
What salon environment do you work in? Spa, suite, full station, full service salon, home salon. Okay, we're doing our
We're getting a couple ends.
almost.
What's in the kit?
Oh, the kit has everything. It has your Liquid Zero, your brush cleaner, the brush that I use, my medium flat Kolinsky. It has your files. It has 3 powders. Has the your dap and dish, your Bond-It, your plastic manicure brush, your practice sheets, nail forms. It has everything to do over 300 nails and more. Okay, our winner is?
Our winner is Bren Bollard on Facebook.
Bren Bollard.
Yep.
Hey, Bren. Oh my gosh, nice to see you.
And she's in a suite in a full service salon.
In a suite in a full service salon. Well, you just won yourself the Liquid Zero kit. All right. Congratulations.
You can let her know. We'll send her a message.
We'll send you a message and then we'll get your information to send it to you. Thanks, Jack. Jack just went and cleaned up my teeth. Thank you, Jack. Okay. Now we are going to do the next nail. I'm going to dust this off a little bit. Got a little dirty. Okay, now I do need to switch out my towel though, because what did we have? Glitter! So we need to make sure that glitter doesn't decide that it wants to go into my next nail, because my next nail is going to be a pink and white. And I can have no glitter in my pink and white. Okay, I think we're good here. And a clean towelette. These towelettes are awesome, you guys, to keep your brush clean. Kolinsky brushes are so expensive that you want to make sure that you take care of your brushes, and brush cleaner is the very best way to take care of your brushes. And my brush cleaner is not regular brush cleaner. It's not acetone. It is a special mixture that is made just for brushes to keep them clean. I have my Dramatic White, and I'm going to be using Creamy Cool Pink. This is a great pink. This actually comes in light and medium. This is the light. Okay. All right. This little thing right here, just push that back. I will get that when we finish. I don't want to be getting in there and causing sensitivity. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to put on my nail form. And then this time I'll show you the other way of doing it, where you roll it. Your thumbs face the client. You roll your form. Get a curve in the form. Place the curve underneath the free edge, stick down the sides, get it up there really nice and tight, but not too tight, just, you never want to get it to where it pushes into the hyponychium. You just want it nice and secure. And then come in here and squeeze together the wings, and then make sure you have a nice curve. All right, now I'm going to apply my second coat of Bond It. My first ball is going to be my white, my dramatic white. Dip my brush in, wipe away from me, drag towards me, place, pat it out. This is going to be a fade. Bring in the side, bring in the side. I'm going to shape this into an almond. Super fun. There we go. There we go. And don't worry if you get a little liquid zero on the nail bed, it's not going to cause any lifting. Wipe off your brush, dip your brush in, wipe it away from you, drag towards you in your cool light pink. Place this halfway down the nail bed and on top of your dramatic white. Let it flow, and then you're going to stroke it with your brush flat down the center. This is a little secret when you're doing fades. There we go. There we go. Okay. Dip in, wipe away, drag towards you. This is your cuticle ball. There we go. And this one, side, side, center. You can see what a pretty soft fade that is. Again, perfect for 4th of July. Now I'm going to apply clear over the top. I'll look at the nail. I'm going to encapsulate my fade, dip my brush in, wipe it away, drag towards you. That's a little bit big, but you can see how pretty that ball was. Dip your brush in, wipe it away, drag towards you. There we go. Place this right in that stress area, and then we're going to encapsulate that fade. There we go. And the liquid zero is HEMA free. There we go. Okay. I'm going to add just a smidgen of clear right here, just to give that a little bit more of an arch. There we go. Okay. Cover your powders. And if you're doing a full set, of course, you would cover them at the very end. Okay. All right. Let that dry. Almost dry, but this little extra that I just put right there needs to dry. Do we have any questions so far?
Yes, I have a couple.
Okay.
Okay, Zilma on Instagram asked, how can we order Tammy Taylor products outside of the USA?
You can contact GISA. So you can call in and contact GISA. Okay, now we're going to file in 5 steps. Step 1, straight out from the nail groove on the left. Step 2, straight out from the nail groove on the right. Step 3, I'm going to take off this little tip right there. There we go. From the underneath, hold the nail and file with your file flat. That way you get a nice, even, beautiful almond. And then file the top of the nail down on the side, across the top, down on the other side, down on the side, across the top, down on the other side, and go around that cuticle area where the product, the natural nail, and the proximal nail fold is. Place your file in that little road and get it nice and flush. And you can see how easy that is to file. You can see why it's so fast to do a full set. It dries fast, it files fast. I'm not using any pressure. Just make sure I get my shape how I like it. Good. And then flip it around from the client's angle. And this is your 5th step in filing. Bevel down towards the tip. This is the angle the client's going to look at for the next 2 weeks until they come in for their maintenance fill. Make sure it's just right from their angle. There we go. All right, there we go. Now I like it. Okay. Now I'm going to buff the nail with my clean finish buffer. Down on the side, across the top, down on the other side, down on the side, across the top, down on the other side. And you can see how the Liquid Zero works just like traditional, but it is easier to file. It's super easy to apply. It dries fast. It makes beautiful beads or balls. There we go. Now I'm going to clean off the nail with some sanitize. Okay. And apply. I could use my A+ coat on this. This is an air dry. So if you want to do a completely air dry, no light, you can use A+ coat, our liquid plastic UV inhibitor top coat. And I am going to, now that we're all done with applying our Bond-It and our chemicals, I am going to nip this little piece of skin right there. There we go. Get a little bit more there. Perfect. Now these are actually my acrylic nippers. These are the Antoine acrylic nippers with the gold handle, and they are my favorites. I have one for my acrylic and one for my natural nails, manicures, because they are for cuticle, because these are fabulous. Okay, now I'm going to apply my A+ coat. And there you go. Your dramatic white, and your creamy, cool pink, very natural fade. And I let that dry for a second, then I like to put 2 coats of A+ coat on. I usually let it dry for about 30 seconds. You don't have to put 2 coats, but I like 2 coats. There you go. All right. Okay, so question time. And one more giveaway and we're almost over. Oh my goodness, I want the nail party to go all day. This is so much fun.
Are you going to do some summer swatches?
Oh, yes. Oh, actually, yes.
Do you want to do questions first?
Yeah, let me do a couple questions, and then what I'll do is I'll do some summer Prismacolor swatches.
Okay, Beauty on Fleek School asked, can I see the state board kit?
Okay. Oh. Okay, our state board kit is fabulous. It comes with the brush, it comes with the Liquid Zero, it comes with your powder, it comes with your mock primer, it comes with your nail forms, everything you need for state board, and it is all sealed. And these little kits are phenomenal, and we are having, they are flying out of here because these are the most amazing state board kits ever. They can actually do a beautiful nail going to state board, which we've never been able to do before. So there you go. And then just call the office and we'll get your educator, because we have a school educator team and a salon educator team.
And Nails by Reese wants to double check. I also want to know that it's state board compliant, that kit.
Yes, it is. It is state board compliant. It has the seals that they need. It has everything that they need. So yes, and we work with the state boards. And so yes, you are compliant.
Okay, Linda on Facebook asks, does Liquid Zero prevent yellowing and discoloration?
Liquid Zero is really incredible when it comes to being yellow resistant. As you could see on the pink and white, and how white that white was on both the White Twinkling Stars Natural Fade and the Dramatic White and the Cool Pink Fade, how bright it stayed. It is beautiful.
Okay, Gloria on Facebook says, Tammy, I have a hard time doing nail forms. How can I get them to work for me? Any advice for her?
Yes, Gloria, let me explain how to learn anything. Practice. What you do is you have a model or anybody with fingers, and you sit there and you just put form after form after form. Go watch one of my videos and watch how I put the nail forms on. On Friday, I still practice, you guys. On Friday, I did 75 practice nails with forms, product, just one after another, one after another, one after another. Practice. And nail forms are actually super easy. And you saw where I did both ways. So another way is to think about what's easiest for you. So the first way, I stuck together the wings first and put it on, which is really easy. And then the other way is I rolled it first and put it on. Everybody has a different feel, so do it both ways. Whichever way is the easiest, practice that.
Do you want to ask them to send any more questions? You could do swatches. We could do some more.
Okay, let me do one more giveaway here. We're actually going to do 2 more, but right now I'm going to do 1 more. And my question is, what can eliminate 75% of lifting? I shared it with you in the very beginning when I was prepping the nail. Does anybody know? You guys got this. You know the answer.
There's like a 30-second lag. So
we'll 30-second lag? Okay.
Oh, we got it.
Okay, who is it?
The Nail Bestie.
Oh, the nail. All right. The Nail Bestie. Way to go. All right. You just got yourself the Deluxe Liquid Zero Kit along with a 3-hour live Zoom. Congratulations. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch some colors for you for summer. And you can see some of my color acrylics. I pulled out a couple blues, rooftop lounge blue. I was thinking because not only is blue a great summer color, but we have 4th of July coming up. And let's see, let me get my glasses back on. Electric blue. And then I did a red. And I can just swatch all these. I have an orange, Life's a Peach, which is more like a tangerine, semi-neon tangerine. Great yellow, 171 Caution. I love to fade the red, then the orange, then the yellow. It is a beautiful fade. Maybe I'll do that on our next live. And 130 Lime Green. Super fun colors. I'm just going to go through. And since I have all my powders over here, where am I going to swatch? Oh, okay, let's see. Let me move my powders over here. Here we go. So what I'll do is I'll just lay down a ball right over here. So I'm going to use my Prisma dish since I'm using color acrylic. And I will do the, let's see, hold on one second here. I'm going to do Life's a Peach first. Caution. Can they see the colors? Can you see the colors, Ling?
Yeah.
Okay. Lime Green. Super fun summer colors, and you can see how easy they are to work with. Rooftop Lounge. Electric Blue. And a True Red. There you go. Super fun colors. All right, one more question and one more giveaway, and we have over 200 colors, you guys. Okay, back on me. Yeah, there we go. All right, has everybody had fun so far? I know I'm having a great time. I could do this all day. I do workshops or not workshops, I actually do boot camps. We'll be doing quite a few of those probably in 2027. My 2026 is pretty booked up. And so those are really fun. Okay, any more questions?
Just give them, if they want to ask any more, just give them like 30 seconds.
Okay, we're going to give away one more kit, and then you will have your own nail party at your salon.
Oh, someone asked on Facebook, Dahlia asked, is Liquid Zero as good as the extra adhesion?
Yes, it has amazing, Dahlia, I'm really happy you asked that because it has great adhesion. So that's why you're able to use the bonded non-acid or the acid, either one, because the adhesion is so good that you can use the bonded non-acid primer. So excellent. And you know, actually, if you have anybody who is a chronic lifter, any of your problem clients, you know what, you guys, any problem clients you have at all, use Liquid Zero on them, even if you just use it for problem clients.
Let's see.
And then I can ask a question. How many, and you can just, because this is what I just gave you like an average, how many acrylic powders do I have? You guys got this. Got the 30-second lag going on here.
Okay. Glam Station.
Glam Station.
Oh, okay. There's two that came in at the same exact
Two
time.
at the same exact time. Okay, we have Glam
Glam
Station.
Station and 1J, 1J.
And 1J, 1J. Well, this is a great way to finish up the nail party. We have 2 winners. So Glam Station and 1J, 1J, you both win your Liquid Zero Deluxe Kit. And you are going to have the greatest time. You're going to love your kit. So yes, over 200 colors, you guys. So have fun, and you guys know what I always say. At Tammy Taylor Nails, nails are always fun and never feel like work.